Hi, this is on psychometric testing. All of us want to be very effective as individuals, in our organizations, in our teams, and with our bosses, with our juniors, with our colleagues, and so on. So, if you want to be effective as a human being, what should you do? First of all, you should discover your own talent. Talent consists of individually your motivations, your values, your personality, traits, and a number of other qualities. Attitudes, of course, are very important. So you want to discover what are the dimensions of your own personal effectiveness as an individual. Psychometric tests will give you an insight into some of the dimensions which have been tested out and identified in a variety of organizational settings across the world. This book, written by Udai Pareek originally, later several adaptations it has gone through with Surabhi, Purohit. The book is called Training Instruments in HRD and OD. This is a beautiful book to go through because it contains a variety of instruments that are useful in organizational settings. The first set of instruments deal with personal effectiveness. How effective are you as an individual? What are your values? What is your self-concept? What are your leadership styles? What are your attitudes? How do you see the world in terms of your ability to control what is called as locus of control and personal effectiveness and so on? There are a lot of instruments given here in this book which talk of individual effectiveness in any setting that you want, largely in organizational settings. The second dimension of effectiveness is interpersonal effectiveness. How effective are you when you are dealing with other people, which may be in relation to your juniors or your seniors, and what kind of styles are there, what is your level of trust and so on. So there are second set of instruments in this book that deal with interpersonal effectiveness. It will be very interesting to see the human resource development concepts that were evolved almost about 50 years back. The interpersonal effectiveness is only one part of it. HRD is conceived as building individual as an individual, building individuals in relation to the role, building individual in relation to dyadic or interpersonal relations, and building individuals in teams, improving the organizational health, diagnosing the organization, developing the organization. So once again, this book, a very interesting book, contains tools that deal with individual effectiveness, interpersonal effectiveness, and role effectiveness, which is a very important dimension, which is unique to Indian settings. How effective are you performing a given role? What is the impact of the role on yourself? Sometimes if you don't have the right kind of a role, if your role is ambiguous, if you have to perform multiple roles, there could be a role stress. There are a variety of sources of stress. So this book gives instruments on roles, role effectiveness, and role stress. And the third dimension this book covers is the teams and teams effectiveness. Number of tools are given in relation to the teams. And organizational culture, organizational diagnosis, satisfaction levels, a whole lot of other kind of things are given. So if you want to use this book, of course you should go through the first 2 to 3 chapters which deal with introduction to psychometric testing, how tests are made, how tests are to be evaluated and so on. After that, the beauty of this particular book is that it gives you every tool, describes the tool, the theory part of it, gives its validity, reliability and other dimensions. Norms are also given and the tool itself is given, so it's easy for you to go through the tool. Take the tool, answer for yourself, and there are scoring keys here. You can score it for yourself. Interpretations are given in the theoretical introduction to each chapter. So this is a good book that you have, and it is almost a self-help guide, particularly for those who go through TVRLS psychometric testing. When you go through TVRLS psychometric testing, you would have been exposed to some of our tools, which include locus of control, work values, motivational profiles, interpersonal trust, and also in terms of leadership styles and things like that. So once you have gone through this and you understand a little bit of the testing part of it, then it's very easy to go through this book and you can pick up some of the tools. One thing I must caution you, this book has some interesting tools which may not be easily administered unless you have gone through a psychometric testing program like the one offered by TVRLS. There is a tool which gives you pictures, and the pictures are conversations between two people, and what one person says is given, the second person you have to fill in the gap. It is what is called is a picture frustration test, or a semi-projective or a projective test. It measures the way you respond to road stress and road related things. So like this, there are a few, very few, but sophisticated kind of instruments. You will be able to, if you have gone through our psychometric testing program, you will be able to get through this. We are making this video especially for the participants of our program on psychometric testing, so that once you have gone through our fundamentals, you are able to use this, you are in a better position to use this particular book. I must also mention there is an updated version of this book by Surabhi Purohit. As you know, Dr. Udai Pareek left us in the year 2010. It's almost about 15 years since he died, and this is a centenary year we are celebrating. His daughter, Dr. Surabhi Purohit, has condensed it by eliminating some of the instruments that are probably not necessary for corporate sector, particularly the ones meant for schools, colleges and NGOs were taken out, and only those which are appropriate for organizational settings are included here. So friends, I hope you know through this video how to make use of this particular book. In the psychometric testing course, we will mention these, but we will not be covering the tools. The book is meant for you to use, master it and get the best out of it. Thank you for watching this video.